Welcome back to Coco Japan Cars. Today we're gonna be showing you something really special. We're gonna be working with Jenzer Motorsport and we're gonna be showing you how it is to work inside the race team. After that, we will travel to Italy in Mugello and we will show you some nice testing. Hope you enjoy the video. So we start the journey. Yoko is taking me to the airport. It's 1 hour away from car, not that far away. The airport was not that crazy as I thought. Being August, sometimes it's getting really crowded. Getting inside the plane, the views were crazy. After a while, we arrived to Switzerland. I fly to Basel. It's 2 hours away from the racing team. Taking the trains. Here in Switzerland, the trains are really nice. You got to see nice views, and also they are clean and peaceful. And here we go. We are here with Andreas Jenzer, the boss and the owner of this racing team. He has been the owner for more than 30 years now. And we are so lucky that he's going to be answering some questions. What's going to be your advice for the new people now that motorsport is changing that much?
Okay, motorsport always changed. You go back, we were horse racing, and now we are car racing. I think one of the main things is the new young generation to have a big motivation to know what they do. You have to have motivation to do it.
So the first mission that we have to do is to change the brake pump of the car. As few of you may know, we have different diameters for the brake pump. So it's really an important setup to take care, and we're gonna be changing it in the car. We start removing the front cover of the Formula car. This is a Formula 3 car, so they have been updated to have this cover to avoid things entering in the cockpit if the driver crashes. So we need to untight the brake pump, we remove the bolts, we unplug the connector, and we untight the hose that is bringing the brake fluid. I have to say, sometimes it's quite tricky to work on Formula cars because you cannot access to the places, but this car is not that bad comparing to other ones. We remove the brake pressure sensor, and finally we can be removing the brake pump. As you can appreciate in the image, they have different sizes, and we're gonna just put a smaller one. This is gonna be helping the driver. Once he's pressing the brake, he will need to do less pressure to achieve more power braking. Hopefully it's doing okay in the circuit and he's not complaining and we have to change it again once we are in the track. We need to hurry up a little bit because we need to load the truck tomorrow and still need to do the setup, still need to fire up the car to make sure that everything is okay, and now of course bleeding the brakes. Let us know in the comments how much do you think that costs this car. Nowadays, second hand, it's a big market for them and everybody is looking for it because you can be practicing to arrive to Formula 1. Click, click, clack, clack, and we are ready to go. How do you see motorsport in the next years? Because everything is changing quite a lot nowadays. And which direction you think it's gonna take? Like in terms of new, because maybe the cars are gonna be flying, we never know. But it's like, do you think that motorsport will keep as it is nowadays?
In the very old days, every racing driver was taking a black suit to the race weekend to go to a funeral the week after the race. Motorsport, for me, today is one of the safest sports existing in the world. I think motorsport will just keep going, keep going, keep going. I don't think so that we're gonna fly with cars. This is probably not the objective. We keep racing all over the world. I think motorsport has never been so huge than in the last 5 years.
Before going to the circuit, we always make sure that the car is running proper. So a run-up consists in warm up the engine to make sure that there is no leaks, that everything is working fine, We check also the gearbox, passing through the gears, and we do the oil level. This is really important to make sure that the car will not give any kind of problems in the circuit. That was a little bit too noisy. To do the oil level in the race cars, it's quite different than the street cars. We need to rev the engine to make sure to bring all the oil to the bell housing. Like this, we can measure it proper from the top. As you can see here, we can measure exactly how much oil we have. You could make what you have done 30 years ago. Like if, for example, I want to start a race team.
For me, it was never a question when I started. I was also lucky with my wife, with my partner. She helped me to push and push and push. I would do the same again if I could restart. And I think it's a question of motivation and how much effort and how much hours and how much work you want to put in. We look back to our history and our result. We don't know how many years more.
Yeah.
The most important, obviously, is also to keep healthy, but
Yeah, you can keep going.
Exactly. We are driven by this sport. It's all a question of motivation.
The clock is ticking and we are running late. We need to lift up the car with the camoche. As you can see in the image, this one is going down a little bit by himself. It was a little bit tricky to put the floors. These floors are made of one part of carbon. They are really expensive, really light, and the downforce that is giving to the car is crazy. Did you know that under the car all the formulas has a wood piece? This is because it's cheaper to replace a piece of wood than carbon, and the cars are so low that they are always touching the ground. Adding the splitter, the last piece, and we are ready to go to the flat patch. In this racing team, we have a huge piece of metal that is called flat patch. It's completely flat, and here we make sure that the measurements of the car are perfect. So come with me to do the setup of the car. First we put the car on the scales and we make sure that the steering wheel is straight. We put some ballast inside and we start measuring the toe. We were having to adjust a little bit in the front in this case. Now we will proceed with the right heights to know how low is the car respect the ground. First the front, after the rear, and we take some notes. We can proceed now with the camber to see how many degrees we have in each wheel. In this case, we were having to change it, so we start lifting the car, and after we go to take the shims. We can be untightening the wheel and untightening the upright to remove the shims. Once we choose which shims we want to put it inside, we tight, and we go down with the car, but make sure to tighten the wheel. The camber is done, and now we proceed to adjust the ride heights. Moving that, you also are adjusting the kilos of the car, so you need to make sure on the scales that you have the correct numbers. Last check, we connect the anti-rollers, and if the numbers are okay, we are ready to go. We are mounting now the transport tires. With these tires, we are always moving the car around when it's outside the circuit. In this case, we're gonna be protecting it because they are new and we don't want them to get damaged. Now we can put the side pod, the engine cover, we tight everything and the car is ready to go. Finally, we can be putting the car in the truck and we made it in time. So, let's go to Italy. In this truck that you can see, we're gonna be loading 4 cars plus all the material that we need to do testing. So, racing teams is amazing how they organize everything inside.
We are not only growing up racing drivers, we are also growing up young mechanics, young engineers. For me, the spirit for a racing driver to become a professional racing driver is the same spirit also a young mechanic has. Driver wants to try to become a professional driver or reaching the dream of Formula One, but a mechanic has basically the same dream. He is starting on a lower category, probably in go-kart, and then he is moving to racing cars, and he is trying to follow also his dream to become a professional Formula One mechanic.
Going to Italy, we make a fast pit stop, we find this incredible workshop where they are rebuilding old Formula Ones. These cars that you are watching, yes, they are Formula One cars from the 1980s. It's really difficult to find them nowadays, and they don't make parts anymore. So this workshop, it's rebuilding the parts from zero. They build everything from scratch, and they look really nice. It's really expensive as well. So let's go to Mugello.
Working in the motorsport industry is not 8 to 12 and 1 to 4. Working in motorsport is a passion. I don't think so that there is any job existing in the world where in 7-8 hours per day you can live your dream. This is not existing. Doesn't matter in which industry and in which work or in which job, you cannot become somebody if you work 35 hours per week. I think if you want to become somebody or work for your own business or work for winning, you have to put the effort in. So this is just a normal thing.
Agree.
When there is the pilot up there flying his dream plane, he can also not stop flying the plane after 7 hours.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a problem.
So we are in Mugello circuit. Get ready to see a lot of action. I will make the best that I can to show you. We're gonna be super busy working with the car, so we will try to film as much as can, and hopefully you see how is motorsport from inside. So get ready. So we are here with Ross. Well, he's not Ross, but it really looks like. He's a mechanic for Jenzer Motorsport. He has been working a few years already. What do you like about cars?
I like the competition.
You like the passion, adrenaline?
Yeah,
Why
and I
did you
also
start
like-
with cars? Like you like the speed, or you like what?
I like mechanic, and I like work with the heart, and I like the precision and the speed of the cars.
How it's going now, the test?
The test is alright. I'm in my first day in a new car in Frecker. So I'm just adjusting to everything, the new speeds. I had a little spin in the first session, but that was fine.
What did you get into motorsport? It's so magic about that.
I fell in love with it when I got my first go-kart. I don't think anything compares to like the feeling of winning or doing well in motorsport for me. So
It's about the podiums, adrenaline, and
Yeah.
enjoying.
I mean, in motorsport there's some very painful times, but I mean the good times outweigh the bad ones, I think.
Okay, so we are here with Flo, an F4 driver, and he's competing this year with Jenzer Motorsport. What do you think about this test?
It was my first time in Mugello, improving every session, and yeah, we see it coming.
You got in a really big accident, you told me like months ago,
Yeah, last year.
and now you are completely recovered.
Yeah.
Your goal is to arrive to Formula One?
Yeah.
Yes? So you will have to drive this car?
Yeah.
Did you ever drive this car?
No,
Not yet?
F3.
You think that there is lots of difference with the F4 and the F3?
A lot of aerodynamics.
Also the power, no?
Yeah.
I would like to see you driving this car, hopefully next year, maybe trying?
Maybe, yeah.
That would be crazy. What do you like about cars? Why do you start to be a racing driver?
So it started with on my birthday, we went rental karting, and then from there I continued it and then stepped into professional cars.
Which is your favorite car? We also people like the street cars as much as a racing.
Probably a Lambo,
Oh, okay.
like a SVJ.
That's going safe.
Yeah.
Do you think that changed a lot the motorsport mechanics from the street cars?
More professional and it's more precise, more exciting for the mechanic.
How do you manage the pressure working?
I'm not really good managing the pressure, but I try. No, I don't have a special team. And
Does-
it's something I need to work on that. because I'm not the best.
Any advice for someone that wants to start in motorsport?
It's a good business, it's a good work, it's a really beautiful work.
So it's all about the money.
No, it's not about no. If you do it for money, you are wasting time because for sure you have 10,000 ways better to win money than this. If you like it, it's
It's gonna be a little bit noisy. I see that you are driving the Formula 4 car. How is going the test so far?
It's going fine. I'm still quite new to the Formula 4, so it's quite hard for me to adapt on such a hard track. The purpose for this test was to get to know the team, and yeah, they're honestly made very professional.
Do you like Jenzer Motorsport so far? They have been nice professional.
Yeah, of course. I enjoy working with the people here. Everyone is super nice. And also William, who is the team coach, is also very helpful. So yeah, I'm having a really great experience.
Why do you start racing? What do you like more about cars?
I'd say the speed and the adrenaline, and also being a girl and fighting with the boys and beating them.
What did you learn this test?
Yeah, I learned a lot, especially preparing for Formula 3, especially in tire management, moving up from a lower category. There's a lot more downforce and speed.
So why did you start with cars?
Ever since I was young, my dad, he was very passionate in motorsport. My whole family we raced. I got my first go-kart at 7, and the moment I drove, I just couldn't stop driving.
What is your goal? Do you plan to achieve Formula 1, or do you think that there is something else behind?
Every driver's dream is Formula 1, but it's of course very tough. For me, it's to just go as high as possible and try to achieve the best as possible. And of course, there's a lot of opportunities in this world anyway.
So until here the video of today. I hope that you enjoy and you could see how it is, the racetrack, a little bit from inside. We have way more videos, but guys, it's sincerely impossible to edit everything. Hope you enjoy and see you in the next video.